Thank you, Henny, for having me. I wouldn't rely heavily on the polls because the polls are different and their results are different and are against each other, and that's why I don't rely that much on the polls and its results. And for one reason, also, it's not that accurate, and for the second reason, many of the elderly white voters or rural voters, they don't believe in that. They believe only on just casting their ballots in their on the day of the election, which is November 5th. So what I would rely on, or what really attracts me, is the messages that is coming from the Trump campaign, that he wants to reestablish his relationship with minorities. So minorities is the key bone of the backbone of the Harris campaign or the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party relies heavily on the minorities in the United States. So if we are talking about minorities in the United States, like shifting their votes towards the Republicans. So I think this is a huge win, and I think we have to think more about that. So what I'm talking about minorities, I'm talking about the Arab Muslims and also Christian Coptic, all of that stuff, all of these wars, and they are very decisive in Michigan, and also they are very decisive because we are talking about tight race. So every minority and every group of people, or either like religious based group or either ethnic group or anything, that's very very decisive and very important. So I feel like Trump campaign is playing now very political role in just attracting these groups or these minorities. So we have seen this relationship it's growing with the Arab Muslims in Michigan. So I feel like this is a historic step from the Trump campaign. We are talking about the Muslim Arab. They are shifting, or they were voting for the Democratic Party since the 2000s, or since the George Bush conducted the war against Afghanistan first and then Iraq. So I think that the Arab or the Muslim voters felt left over or left away. So that's why they kept voting for the Democratic Party since then. And now they are shifting towards the Republican Party again, because there are many similarities between the Arab or the conservative people and the Republican Party. Both are conservative, both are supporting open businesses, reducing taxes, and all of that stuff. So I feel like this is a historic step from the Trump campaign to have this relationship with the Arab American voters, and it will not stop here. It will also goes to the future like presidential or state or local elections.
Mr. Mossad, now, as you've mentioned, the Trump emphasized attracting the Arab citizens in the United States due to the policies of the Biden administration. How does this reflect on the Biden administration, and do you believe that these statements are genuine? How would you think the Harris campaign would respond or counter these efforts?
So, if you are talking about the Arab voters, they suffered because of the humanitarian situation in Gaza, and they tried to reach out to the Democratic Party multiple times, and we have seen that. We have seen that the Arab delegation were standing in front of the DNC. They're trying to reach out, and they're trying to have a chance to speak in front of the people, just to deliver the message, but no one give them the chance. And but they give the chance only to the Jewish activists here in the United States. So I feel like the Arab voters have grievance against the Democratic Party, and you would love to punish them in the election. And you have seen that, like, since the uncommented movement, then they try to not vote for Biden within the primaries in Michigan. Right now, we before Trump reached out to the Arab and Muslim community in Michigan, I feel like they were trying to reorganize their situation, and some of them, or some of the leaders, were saying we will vote for Schleestein, which is like a third party, or the Green Party. I feel like this is one of the worst choice or option. Why? Because they are splitting their votes, and they were like, Schleestein has no chance of winning this election. So if I were you, I would just go to Trump and then put my rules and put my terms, and he has to accept it because he needs you. So that's why this is what happened. I feel like the Trump campaign heard that and took the chance, took the advantage of that, because the separation, or there's no good relationship right now between the Arab and Muslims, and the Kamala Harris campaign, they're not reaching out to them. There's no way to do that in the near future. That's why the Trump campaign took the chance of that, and I feel like this is very smart for both of this, both sides, for the Republicans and also for the Arab community, because they told the Trump campaign that they need to see a ceasefire, and they need to see peace in the Middle East. And this is one of the goals of the Trump administrations, or one of the goals of his foreign policy when it comes to the Middle East.
Could we be witnessing some surprises in the voting of certain states during the upcoming US presidential elections?
I think so. I think we will have more surprises, not only for with the seven swing states. I would say there are two or three states that are witnessing or are in play right now. Maybe they are shifting towards the Republicans, or maybe shifting towards the Blues or the Democrats. So I would say, yeah, we have to think about the swing states, including like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Nevada, and Georgia, North Carolina. But we have to think about some states like Virginia. Virginia is in play right now. There are so much work from the Republican Party. They need to shift it, or to need to just flip it towards the Reds or towards the Republican Party. So I would say that this is my expectation. I would expect like huge surprises when it comes to the U.S. election, and we see now that this race is very tight, but the result will be very surprising, and I feel like will be like a huge margin when it comes to the electoral votes. So we know that 270 is the magic number. If someone reaches to it, then they will be the president. But I feel like there will be huge margin, and because there will something happen in these two, three states that I'm talking about.
Yes.